Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're a backup to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Pettis once again the target, and now it's second down. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's third down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So out comes the Redskins offense as they get their first shot. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. But look now at the defensive starting lineup for the 49ers. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
3rd down, here's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Now a run with Geis. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Bryce Love, played collegiately at nearby Stanford. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
54, right there, 54 miles.
Haskins on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A check on Breida's numbers from last week. 13 carries, 61 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And the Niners move the chains as Garoppolo hooks up with Taylor. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On first down, here's Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 43. Garoppolo, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And this is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trent Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On first down, this is Geis. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down, Love. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run again with Love on first down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A look at the numbers from a week ago for Reed. 11 catches, 114 yards, and a score.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. On first down, here's Love. And an alley to run. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Geis with the carry on second down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Block in the back. Offense.
Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another second down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check pass. Check pass. Deuce.
On second down, here's Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Haskins, and that's knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On 2nd down, a run with Breida, and he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Garoppolo now, 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. To throw is Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Redskins scoop it. Anything to make of this, or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week, and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5 now. Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Love. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. On 2nd and 7, Haskins looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Geis.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Haskins will throw. Out to the left here to Reed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Oh, yeah!
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he fires one incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun. Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Garoppolo finding his tight end, Kittle. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Garoppolo, and he slings one that's incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Garoppolo now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this one complete to Smith. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. Here comes the 49ers punter now. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. In the game you're watching, it was Jimmy Garoppolo who was brilliant in that first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. An update now from Oakland, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They'll start the drive with Love here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check 31.
They'll run with Geis. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. From the 45 on second down, Haskins. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Geis. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Third down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington.
We play to win. Let's go.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at the 20. This is Breida. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On second down, it's Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 76 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On third down, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 1, Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman.
Let's go, baby. Pick 6 all day. Don't throw my shot.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. Caught on the right side, Reed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now it's Haskins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On the ground, it's Geis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Keep playing hard.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
He wasn't ready. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
On 3rd down, Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run again with Breida. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here we go. Kill.
Now Haskins on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. This is Geis. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's 3rd and short. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
That's it, baby.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. That'll be caught right side by Reed. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins fighting through. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now it's Haskins. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Encroachment defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Let's see what you got.
On first down, it's Haskins. Looking sideline, incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And he's got it. And he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. On the ground, Geis. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Haskins to throw it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets it down to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Haskins going to throw again. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now a run with Geis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This is caught, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it third and goal. On third and goal, Haskins. And that is incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. They go for it on fourth and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Caden Smith, the tight end, and it's 3rd and 5.
Single, single.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Now the ball comes loose, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Other way. Let's go.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. So here's Haskins and the Redskins. Down 14-6, 2:16 to play. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run with Breida, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Breida. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
They start on the ground with Geis, and he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Back to throw. Got a man, that's Quinn. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He gets it in the hands of Geis. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
We got 3. We got 3.
Now it's Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the 49ers, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.